Good evening. It's your swing trade watch list for the 21st day of February. We're going to take a look at the market, see what it did, and caution you watch these bull breaks today with the market trying to pull back. If you see anything you like, you probably want to wait for confirmation. And let's take a look at what we have. We looked at the market over the weekend, and we put out a statement that the market had made a 61.8 fib retracement. We were looking for a pullback in the early part of the week. Actually tweeted that out as well, and that's what we got. Today, this morning, the market was down. Pre-market got below the 50-day on the SPY in the pre-market trading, and then tried to get back out above there, but by the end of the day, the setups prevailed and we went down. And I kind of had that short bias all day, so I took my short little list of what I had picked out for my favorites. And on the short side, I had Amgen on our website. I was on a short watch, and we took this morning right in here, actually on this candle, got this nice run down. It did give a nice bounce up, but I stuck with my plan, and when it did bounce, I want you to notice you draw a trend line across the previous days, went right back into that level, and that's where it's failed at. And then we also got a big trade on CAT. I had CAT on the short watch as well from the action we had on Friday. And so this morning when CAT went up, it gapped down, but when it went up, I put in a trade room, got CAT hitting the 50-day, and took the short right off the 50. That's the blue line here. The high was 158.25. The 50-day was 158.13. Took a real quick short right there on the highs. Let's stay on the 15-minute chart. On the high, got this quick pullback and then covered. And when it went right back up here, I called it again for a re-short, and we re-shorted it right about here. And got a really nice sell-off, real nice run way down here, almost a $2 move. And then later this afternoon, I missed CAT right here. I got distracted. I was kind of watching it. I couldn't figure out if it wanted to break up, if it wanted to break down. I'd been watching it for over an hour, and it got away from me here. I think I went to get something to eat, and then I recalled it short here, just under 156, and we got another nice over $1 run here in the trading room late in the day. So CAT and Amgen was our bread and butter. Got a little AbbVie today, ABBV, a little AGN, one other, I don't remember what it was. Good day all around. Market did what we expected it to do, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. I still wouldn't be surprised to get another pullback, which is really not anything. One thing to note right here on the market, the trend line we drew across the tops as it started down. We visited that last week, closed above it, stayed there on Friday, and then today not only did we open at the 50-day, we couldn't stay above it, but we did hold this trend line on the low. It bounced through it 3 or 4 times, and I'll keep just an ongoing alert on this just to keep repeating. And so I'm not sure, it may hold here tomorrow and just head right on back up. We got a hesitation here. We could get a pullback back down into this area. If it breaks this trend line, you can draw it on your chart. We're going to get some more pullback here. Then we got to fight to get back through the trend line. We'll see what the market brings. We've got 3 bulls, several bears on the daily, 1 weekly bull break, and some weekly bear breaks. We'll do the 3-minute tutorial and get right to the charts. This is a mini tutorial on what the lines mean on my charts if you're a first-time viewer or been a while since you viewed. We're scanning on weekly and daily charts for my condition. When this green line is up, it's my bull zone, and when the red line is up, it's my bear zone. You need to be aware of support and resistance lines and what charts do at levels, and that's what these levels are for. Just quickly as I can do this, and we're going to put a video on YouTube getting more from your swing trading charts that'll be more detailed and look at more stocks, how they react to these lines. But the gist of what you see here is this is what I'm scanning for, and as you can see here, this showed up in the bear zone. It did go down for a few days, but these green lines are support, and that's why it fought for a few days, tried to bounce back up, headed back down again, came right back into the bull zone, a bear zone, excuse me, and continued on down. Now the lines, here's what they represent. A green line is a place that a stock went up to and rejected. So as this green line redrew itself every time we made highs right here, and then it stayed across here for reference points, continues the same line here for reference points. Resistance, when you get above it, becomes support. This green line was drawn way back in the history, and when this stock broke above this resistance level, when it came back down, it held it, it held it, it held it, it tested it and held it again and again. That was support. That's why I want you to be aware of what these lines mean. You'll see them on my charts. And then the activity that stocks do, sometimes they go, that's my first target, that's my second target. Many times stocks go target 1, pull back a little, target 2, then they may pull all the way back to 1 and go again if they're continuing an uptrend. In this case, it did the pull back. This blue line is a 50 period moving average, this orange line is a 200. So that's what I want you to be aware of as well. And then I have a pivot system that consists of this blue line at the top, yellow line at the bottom, and my target 1 and target 2. You'll see this particular day this stock gapped down, huge gap down, open way down here. The low on this stock was 169.68. I'm getting that right out of this box over here, and the value of that yellow line was 169.67. Within 1 cent it held that line and bounced that day for a huge bounce. It's not a support level, but it's where I look for stocks to try to hold. It's where I look, if I'm short, say from here, this is where I'm looking to get out. I'm looking to move 2 levels, target 1, target 2, going up, target 1, target 2. The pink lines all represent places the stock has gone down to and bounced. This pink line is referencing this last pivot low. So as you're selling down into it, it may bounce again. If you get below it, then it becomes resistance. And that's all these lines mean. I just want you to know what they mean going forward. Thanks for watching the video. Let's get started. Through time, I've got several comments and emails from viewers that don't subscribe to our services but do watch our videos and basically say, hey man, I'm getting some good trades off your videos. I wish there's a way I could contribute, and I don't want to sign up for a membership. So I finally went and made a donation button. You can find it 2 places. On any video, we're included at the bottom. You just click the show more button, and shortly down there you'll see support our channel, a donation through PayPal. You can click right here, pay through or make a donation through PayPal. Any amount you want to put in there is acceptable and appreciated. And then on our website, you can go to daytradersetups.com, press the YouTube menu item, it'll take you to this page, and there's a donate button there as well. And we appreciate that, appreciate the suggestion, and thank you ahead of time for any donations sent. We appreciate it a lot. Get right on the weekly. A couple of gold stocks just hitting into the weekly bear zone as they pull back down here in this area. They were kind of in this area to begin with a few weeks ago. Had a little bounce when the market was selling. They just barely at that level. We still got inside. When you got inside bars here, anything can happen. That was last week's inside bar to the week before, and this is starting out today. So we'll see what happens as this progresses on through the week. Johnson & Johnson inside bar again right below the 50-week, and it's trying to figure out what it wants to do. This is not really coming. You know, we like to run these bear and bulls out of a consolidation area for a real big break. This is not a consolidation on the weekly, so I'm not that impressed with this particular alert. Same thing on Mickey D. It's not a consolidation break. It's just down here at the bottom area. I don't really call that bearish. It needs to bounce, but I don't call that a real bear break because of we got no consolidation here in this weekly chart. We will look at that on a daily real quick. Now we are chopping around down here at some levels this really needs to hold, and it did lose the 200-day last week and has not really tried to bounce any, so that don't mean this don't have some more downside. It's just not in it's not catching the bounce yet, and it's not in a consolidation break on that weekly chart. Same thing on this stock. It's not in consolidation. There's your daily. Been sideways for days. Lost the 200. Needs to hold these levels, but just not in a. And when I say it's not in a consolidation breakout, it's not giving me the acceleration that I'm thinking we would get right here. That's what I like to look at. Is I want to come out of consolidation so that I get acceleration. That makes sense. And since we're not coming out of consolidation, that's what don't impress me. That don't mean it don't keep selling. Ryder again, another stock on the weekly bear zone, not in consolidation break at all, but it's more so than the last ones we looked at, because when you look back here, you really have quite a bit of time that it's spinning in this area, tried to break out, now sold off. This is the better of the ones I see so far for a short setup. And the UBNT was a gap down today, down below support resistance. Tried to get back through it, couldn't. And this I don't have any idea why it was down. Actually, it's nothing to do with the earnings. And we're going to look at the weekly bull. We only had one. This is a consolidation. We had, see here how your weekly right here. This is what you want to see. You had consolidation. We came out with a weekly bull way back here in September, and this thing ran for weeks and weeks and weeks. This is not a big mover, but it ran for weeks and weeks on this bull breakout. It got the trend stability in there to go with it. I mean, the lows were staying high enough that our trend was really solid. Now, today, this is broke out again. This is consolidation. It's into the start of the bull zone. Has everything I want to see down here, and even the low a day brings the trend stability up as well. So this I like the way this stock looks on this breakout. We're going to look at the daily. You see the same thing there on the daily. Came up on a bull break a couple of days ago. We had it last week actually, and was at this support resistance line. It stuck there on Friday and then broke on out today in the sluggish market we had. And this would be one when we looked at on the recaps. You maintain a yellow line of still in an uptrend, still showing some power the way I identify power, that this is just resting, and that's exactly what it did. Consolidated a day, rested a day, and then ran on up. A really nice day today. It's about a $4.75 day. And on the bull zone of today's break, which this is on the daily bull zone as well as the weekly, it's up 339 over that break right there today, and it puts it in here on the weekly as well. That was actually the break. The P&L is based on the break of the weekly bull level. We'll get over and look at the dailies and wrap this up. While you're here, be sure to subscribe to our channel and follow us on Twitter or StockTwits at Daytrader Setups. And our website is daytradersetups.com and swingtradersetups.com. Don't forget, this video is being brought to you by our premium alerts at swingtradersetups.com. They're real-time alerts. They're posted on our website, and we're looking at our bull zone weekly and daily breakouts and our bear zone weekly and daily breakouts that are in one category on the website. And there are other categories that are more aggressive for the more active trader as well. And by having a subscription to that service, you get all these alerts intraday as they happen, and one subscription gets you access to everything, as well as our chart system. If you would like to get it, I can set you up a couple of different ways to have the green and pink lines available for your charts as you review. Let's go forward. One thing we want to invite you to do while we're on here today is go over to swingtradersetups.com. You can click on Calls in Action, and it'll take you to this page that has a little video about how we trade our setups. A little recent email I got there from a nice new customer. And then it goes down, and I actually brought in our current trends, and I got a video I'll show you in just a second on the internet about this, where we went out some of these. And we actually took the uptrending stocks that were present on Friday, put them out here on the web, and let you see the trigger prices and the dates. It has the actual timestamp of the alert, the last time it alerted to go long, the price that it alerted at, and the closing price on Friday. Now some of these have pulled back because this was on the 16th. But you got the whole list here. You can just go through, find a stock, look at it for yourself. Like I said, a lot of these have pulled back. Here's GPN, had triggered on the 15th at 9:47 in the morning at $106, closed Friday at 114, and that probably was off the highs. You can take a look at these and take a look at that video. Be appreciative by us. You can find that video right on the YouTube channel. It's still right here at the top of the list. We put this out late last night. Calls in Action, Premium Alerts, Progress and Reviews. Showed you how that list I was just showing you works, and actually looked at a few charts on there. Start with our daily bulls. We just looked at this stock breaking out of its consolidation. I'm actually putting this onto my long list. EROS, just get back on the daily here, gapped up a little this morning, pulled back quite a lot. Don't know why it gapped up, but it is up in the bull zone, and it could give a run tomorrow as well. Let's look at your daily here, see what you had to trade off of. This is probably incorrect because that showed a gap, but it ran up here and then sold off all day. So about $1 and something range on this little stock, though. Pretty interesting. Keep an eye on. Don't really know anything about this company. It looks like it trades very erratically, but it is bull breaking up here. And then on our bear break, we had 4 or 5 stocks. Gap down here on this pharmaceutical company into the bear zone. Lost some pretty serious weekly support over here too. It did go back and retest it. It's an old high on a weekly. That number's 31.84. It went up and retested that today and then sold off. So anybody was watching this stock, this was a great setup with this gap down. When you ran up and you had this rejection right here, I believe the high here was 32.42. If you had our lines on your charts, you would have known that 31.84 was resistance, and it immediately rejected there, and you picked you up a monster short trade right at the top, because that gives you the confidence to know why it's reversing. AEM, another gold stock, just kind of basing down here. getting a little more momentum to the downside again. It is at some support lines. CONE, I believe, according to this, has earnings tomorrow, and this has been selling for a while. So this is one of the reasons we remind you that we show you the charts. This went into the bear zone way back here. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I'm on a 10-minute chart. Need to back up one more too. I had AEM on that 10-minute chart there when I was telling you is that support. That's just recent support. Was in the bear zone, is going back in the bear zone. So again, that's one you just be cautious on. CONE does supposed to have earnings tomorrow, continues just to grind down, been in this bear zone for a while, just chopping around. DLR has come in and out in the sell-off, but this is a little more serious now. It is below this support line that it did test on Friday and close above, but now it tested today and it's still below, and this is pretty dire looking on a weekly chart as well. So maybe some more sellage coming here. GPC, this is a gap down this morning. Had earnings on the 20th. I don't know if it's after hours today or if that was pre-market. From the gap down, you'd think it was probably pre-market. That's not really coming out of consolidation, but very well could sell off more since that's an earnings move. LOGM, this stock was a big sell-off on Friday, continued more today. Lost a 50, held a 200, and ended up the day in the bear zone. Not really a consolidation type break. Now it's just went from one extreme to the other here, so I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. ONCE lost the 50-day, been in a chop here, and now it is going into the bear zone. This is coming out of consolidation, and this is more something you try to look for. Needs to hold this support line right here. This line represents an old low going back quite a long time. Way back here on the weekly, I believe, in April of 2017, that low is 48.26. And this line's value is 48.26. That's why we have the lines on the chart. You don't have to go figure out where that came from. That came all the way from April. Got Skechers here, just chopping its way down. Got it below the 50-day today. A little support line. It did close back above it. That's not a real big support line though, and this is not looking real good. And you could call this a consolidation of sorts. We looked at this earlier. Gap down stock, got below a support level and checked it and failed it. And this was the same one we were looking at on the weekly. Went back and checked that level. We talked about this earlier. Wing has earnings in a couple of days. It gapped down a while back. It worked its way back up, lost a 50-day on Friday and sold off more today. This could serve as your support line down here, $43.25. I'm on a 4-hour chart, but it's still a support line. The 50 period part was incorrect there though. That's the 50 on the 4-hour. So still above the 50. Does have support right here. Same line we were just looking at. And this is where you really want this to hold on this earnings play. This gap's below the 50 and below this line and goes back and tests it and rejects off of earnings. That might not be good. I don't know. I don't have a bias on that at all. I'm just stating what you got to look at right here. If you're in it and you gap down below it and you can't get back through it, it's probably not a good thing. And this is Walmart. biggest gap down in 17 years, I think they said, percentage-wise on this stock after earnings. Got a really nice short off this early this morning. One of the guys put it in the room early. I knew it was already down, but it gave a little bounce early and then caught a nice short off of it. I never did mess with it anymore. I think a few of the guys traded it. One of them scalped on it all day. Not what we do, but I know it's what he does. And I watched it one time for a possible long and never did come up and trigger. I really never looked back at it other than at the end of the day like it wanted to sell off a little more, which it never really did. And that's all we got. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel. Come over to the website. Check out what we're doing. We're just starting to come out with our pre-alerts, our projection prices. We're taking what we normally say is a green zone or a red zone trend shift, and we're predicting it ahead of time. We've got our algos all lined up like we like, and we had our programs. We've been working on this particular program for over a month. It's real near being completed. I actually started running some beta alerts on it today. I've been watching it for a couple of weeks on some charts and making sure that it's predicting properly. And it's just where our scans come out and say, okay, this is a short setup from this point on. That don't mean it's selling off $1 right here. That means from this point on it's a short setup till it otherwise says different. And we get in those trades as they progress along from those levels, and now I'm able, instead of having to catch that alert off the website on a stock that I might not have on a chart that I'm actually watching in a real-time environment, I can see it planned ahead of time. Go look at the chart, draw my trend lines, know that I've got to break. If I'm shifting, if I'm changing shifts, I got to break a trend line. So I put a trend line on the chart, show me that I've shifted the trend. Normally that's already true, sometimes it's not. I break that trend, I've got my setups already told me to go short, and the trend line is going to be my confirmation. Then we'll trade that for multiple days once they go into there, and that's where you can look on the website where I was showing you. It'll show you where something triggered days and days and days ago and never said otherwise. What we put out on that little report is the last time it triggers short or long. Until it changes direction, it stays on that list with that time and date and price stamped on it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Gotta get these recaps in here real quick on the end here for you. This was today's bulls, yesterday's bulls, day before. Need to pull that down. The reason we do this so you can get a look at everything that's been on the list and see how the status stands on those. Remember, the yellow line still says that the thing that we look at, part of our bull zone break, is we got this little power level that I like to watch, that's still intact. Like on this chart, the bull zone is not true anymore. It's not checked. It pulled back today. But this part's still intact, saying that this stock can still resume this trade. And then we have the check mark to indicate you as the bull zone recalculates higher, it's still staying above the new levels. And this bar indicates that we're holding the lows high enough to still have our trend stability, which you see right here. So PANW is still in the bull zone. It's still got the trend stability, although it has lost a little bit of the power. We like that power in the initial breakout to emphasize momentum. So it's lost that little bit. That don't mean it don't get it back tomorrow. Like this stock still got both, but it's not above the bull zone. It had this inside day. It's still got trend stability. It's still got the power level. It can break on out tomorrow and continue up. That's why we show you this list, so you can see those things. Bull zone, trend stability, power level. Same thing over here. And then we're going to pull this up where you can get a full look at these stocks. As you can see, this stock just continues on and on and on. We first put this out way back here. Stocks ran $30 off this original alert. The bull break from the time it broke 4 days ago. Now this tells you you're still above the new bull. The original bull was down here. The original bull, the trigger price was 248.25. So down here, this area is where this first triggered at, and that's the price you have here going forward each day. It carries that original bull trigger price with it, calculates the profit and loss based on today's close for 5 days for you. So this shows you the level it broke at, current profit level 22.23 over that price, and the highest price it had, what that profit level was at max. So if you see one pulling back, you'll still know how far it went. So this stock's $25 since at the highs. This is at $2. This is at $3.89. Still at $2.63. Still at $1.71. $11.58. High was $14.92 on shop. Another $5 day since we put this on the breakout. Way back here on this particular day, we had to break out at $131.20. That's up about $10 over that. That's what this list is for, to give you a chance to see how they're doing, see how we do, and follow up on the stocks you've been watching or you might be in to see that they're still maintaining. We'll get you a look at the bears, and we'll wrap this up. Here's your bears for today, bears from yesterday, day before. A little longer list on 5 days back. You can see all these are not still in the bears. They're not maintaining anything, so a lot of them may be bouncing, although you can see the ones that were down today. Pull this out where you can see a little better. This stock was in the bear zone way back here 5 days ago. Now it's chopped around here. It's no longer still in the bear zone, but it still had a down $2 day. Same thing on AGN. I actually shorted this today during the day for a quick day trade. And this one here had earnings today, I think. It gapped up and sold down. I missed that sell-off. I watched that stock for a long time, but I missed that. But that's what you have. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.